Hey everybody, it's me, Tintin. Okay, that's a British joke, mostly European. You like that? I just kind of thought Tintin as soon as I did this. Now you can see it a little bit better. Hey everybody, I'm Tintin. Oh, Tintin's Belgian? Okay. I just know that Europeans love him. No offense to my European friends. Hey everybody, how's it going? Morning, afternoon, and evening. Hey, the paper lady. Nice to see you here. No problem, BT James. No problem, my friend. More than happy. Skluda. Sure. You can reach through the interwebs. You can ruffle the hair. Ruffle it. Yeah. Yeah. What was the email address where you can ask for my address? JewWario, own word, JewWario at live.com, at live.com. And that's my main email. You can also get to my email if you go to youcanplaythis.com, and then it's right at the top there. It's at the upper right-hand corner with my Twitter, with my Facebook, and then you'll see a little envelope there too. But that's the best way. And so if you just go to youcanplaythis.com, you can get to there, and not a problem. There we go. Can you pimp your video here? Sure, Dymo. Am I excited? Am I excited for what? What's exciting, Dirkork? Anybody contact me about Otakon? No, Skluda. Nobody's contacted me yet about Otakon. Not yet. Not yet. Are we excited for excitement? What am I supposed to be excited about, Dirkork? Well, what could be more exciting than you coming on Monday? What could be more exciting to you than coming Monday? I'm not going to do the obvious joke. I would say coming today, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stoop to that I'm excited for my birthday. I'm excited. Sunday, me and my friends are going to get together here in the Springs, and we're going to do a dinner. We're going to do a dinner. It's going to be a lot of fun. I still need to figure out what to make. Like I told you guys before, we're going to do a two fat ladies dinner. And I need to find out what kind of dinner we should make. A JewWario roast. Roasts are interesting. If you've ever seen some of the older roasts, it was actually a way for a bunch of bunch of Jewish comedians to get together and have fun. It was pretty much the reason why roasts were started. And I know that you see the ones that are on Comedy Central, where they roast celebrities. But if you ever listen to any of the old ones, and I'm talking old, I'm talking even beyond even beyond the 70s. There were some 60s ones where they'd get together. 60s, well, even beyond the 80s ones, I should say. The Dean Martin roasts, even before those, they got blue. Today's roasts have nothing on them. Yeah, they were funny, but they were blue. They got really raw, and I'm merely 27. No, I'm happy to be 40. I'm happy to be 40. Even with my scruff that I need to shave off today before I film, I'm happy to be 40. With the scruff, I actually look a lot older. Mr. Derp4, I would love to come to non-con. I really would. Become an even older man. Yes, horror, I would love that. I'd dig it. Did I see the latest Snob video? He emailed it to me as soon as it went up. He posted it on my Facebook as soon as it went up. Of course, I've seen the latest Snob video. And for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, yeah, I was up pretty late last night. Where is it? I'll just go to my Facebook here. Cinema Snob did a here we go. My wife is a big Alice in Wonderland fan, and we had gotten, well, I had gotten her for one birthday. Or was it Christmas? I can't remember. I had gotten online the naughty Alice in Wonderland movie. Come to find out, it's a musical. I know, right? And it's very much a musical. I mean, it's got like 5 different musical pieces in there, and it's just hokey and silly. And I asked him if he was going to do it, and he said, "Yeah, I'm actually planning to. I'm actually planning on doing it sometime." And I said, "Oh, it'd be really cool if you could do it for my birthday." And so he sent me a Facebook last night. Happy early birthday, sugar. And then the link. So wonderful. I've got mail. You got it. So it was very cool. The Snob is an awesome guy. I gotta tell you, he when we were at Kickassia, going to and from Kickassia, actually, to and from Molossia, I should say. We got to talking several times, and we got to be pretty fast friends. So that was, I cannot wait to see him in a couple of weeks. It's going to be really a lot of fun. So, oh, Skluda, I don't mind the old jokes at all. It's only going to be my over the hill. So people better get them out of the way as they should. So no worries, Skluda. So will you stop being a degenerate on your birthday? Oh, paper lady. We're all degenerates here. I had a friend who, when he turned 19, didn't have hair. I mean, my hairline has always been this high. I actually haven't lost any hairline. It's always been this high. Carmichaels always have very high hairlines. But the nice thing is that we don't lose our hair. We're pretty good with keeping hair. My grandmother and my grandfather, because they say it's still on your mother's side, and she had all her hair, and my father's side also had their hair. So I'm going to be very lucky. I'm going to have a full head of hair when I pass away. Eventually. I'm going to be going from old to old man. I am. Is clearly a Time Lord. I am. And I know what regenerations. Because like Ramana, I can change what I look like. I can determine what I look like. Well, I got a sonic screwdriver now, so... The Famicom game Law of the West. No, I have actually heard of it, but I do not have it. Hey, and there's our Psycho Neko. Ohayou gozaimasu, Psycho Neko. Which screwdriver do I have? I have a Phillips. And no, it's a Stanley. It's a Stanley, and it's a very nice one. And it does a lot of jobs. It's I got it on sale, so it's a decent kind. I'm totally just running with that. It's the newest Doctor's screwdriver, which I really like. I really like the design of it. Oatmeal, 'cause it's the right thing to do and the right way to do it. Got oatmeal and diabetes. No, I'm sorry. That was wrong. I apologize. Oh, they fired your dad after 29 years. Oh, Daimo. Stupid screwdriver. It's not the screwdriver's fault. That went places. Yeah. Diabetes. There you go, Kirby Chick. Don't blame the tools. The tools, they're just secondary. But we don't want to... I do blame the tools. Screw the tools. Oh, see what I did there? Screwdriver, screw the tools with the joke and the lady and the fighting leaving. I'm turning into Jerry Lewis in my old age. Oh God. Oh God, no. Ugh. I'm gonna be here all night. Don't explain the joke, Justin. Don't explain. Where's Iron Liz when you need it, right? Can it be Jon Stewart? Yes. If I'm going to turn into an old Jew, can it be Jon Stewart? Yes. And, oh gosh, my brain's just not working right now. Oh, I already saw the video, Daimo Mac. I need to work on Eventually that Jewish guy will turn into JewWario. See, that's how we evolve. We just... 40-year-old brain fart. I got... There was another one. Okay. Yeah. Whew. Alright, pull my finger. I could only hope to evolve into the Game Jew. I'm actually really glad that Jonathan Mann is bringing back the Game Jew. So, that's really, really cool. Ooh. A new ARG cold guy? Awesome. Oh, the New York Public Library is doing an ARG? Oh, cold guy, that's awesome. Stop it, you have asthma. I'm sorry, Skluda. 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 Sorry. It's my old brain. There it goes again. What's an ARG? It's an alternate reality game. And what it does is it takes events that are happening right now, and it lets you interact with them. So there might be things online that are... Well, here's an example. There was an ARG that once you signed up and you paid a fee to play this ARG, you would put in your phone number and your address. People would send you mail. And so it would be like things like that were happening. So it would be like interacting with life. But it's fake. It's alternate. It's an alternate reality. And you would get phone calls. It was cool. You pop it open and... somebody would call and you're like, what the hell? You could tell if it was the game. So if you were in a business meeting or something, you didn't have to take the phone call. But you pop it open and a person or live recording would talk to you and say, oh, you got to go to this website. This is this and this, and then it'd get cut off. What's happening? So it's a storyline that gets you involved. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's a storyline that gets you involved. And things happen right now. That was, that's the one where people around the smartphones and do things around the city. That was actually for the Dark Knight Returns. For the Batman movie. They hid cell phones. They hid cheapo cell phones in cakes. And... it was great. Oh yeah, Perplex City. Perplex City was the one that I liked. It had an alternate Earth that was kind of in contact with us. And they were coming over here. And you got cards. And in the cards, they would have... as you would buy these cards, and I loved Perplex City. It was kind of a collectible card game, but there was a real reward, £200,000, and whoever found this item that was hid somewhere. And on the backs of some of these cards was information, other websites for like Moo Moo Milk, ARGs. There's whole websites on ARGs. There's an ARG website that has a bunch of them. So this will be fun. Found this video to be a proper explanation. Oh, well, perfect. Well, let us listen to this link that Dirk Cork has sent us. And let's see what they have to say. Serving the Empire to educate. Ephemeral films. What is an AUG? Are we going to go to an explanation here? An AUG is an alternate reality game that simply means the following. The events presented are not real to us, but I've seen it. What you have seen was a video depicting fictitious events. The people in these videos are actors, and they act much like those in a stage play, but they respond. We interact, unlike with actors in Shakespeare plays. You see, that's how. Have you ever heard of interactive plays? How atrocious! Oh my goodness, they're so funny. Oh, anyways, in those, the actors respond to words and phrases shouted out by the audience, much like in Rocky Horror Picture Show. See the similarities? Sam Dearcott, Tom DeCesar, and the Taylor family and the Hart family. They are all actors in this play, and the audience partially mixes with them. But there's more to an AUG than characters and interaction. You can tell I'm British because my teeth are big. I'm sorry. Another common element are puzzles. They appear in various stages, and my accent's getting thicker as I go along. As simple as an ROT transformation or as complex as possible. Steganography, more advanced cryptographic methods, even sending you all the way to the internet to find the next clue. Isn't that interesting? But AUGs are not limited to the internet. They can use telephone conversations and voice boxes. Even real-world encounters are possible. It's jolly good, so funny. So you see, it's a really complex topic, a topic I can't fully explain. Experts on this topic can be found at www.unfiction.com. They're wonderful people about AUGs. Thank you, and God save the Queen. I'm sorry. Oh, but I'm British and I have small teeth. He's German, okay. Goodbye, and... No, sorry. You can tell I am German because I yell. British JewWario, hello there. British Wario, that's what he is. Have a cup of tea with him and say, oh, hello there. I'm British Wario. How are you today? You can tell I'm British because I just had sex with my sister. Don't worry, she's 16. Oh, that's good. That's very good. The hell you just say? These lips? I'm joking. I joke to all my British friends. Oh, we need to tell people what's going on. www.justin.tv/JewWario equals streaming now. Join us. Yes? Okay, back. Why, you know Twitter. Everyone is British today. Everyone is British. We are all citizens like Psycho Neko. Yes, like Psycho Neko. Jolly good! Jolly good, we shall all be British today. And we shall have our fish and chips. We shall have our bangers and mash. Shout to Toad in the Hole. Do I Skype fans? I use my Skype pretty much for business. So, and Bob's your uncle. Yeah, so, people have sent me requests to get on Skype, but unfortunately, I keep it for, because I don't usually get on Skype to chat. Hey, Rambler. I don't usually get on Skype to chat because I don't usually like to type chat. I'm just not one of those people who likes to type chat, or typecast, but type chat. I'd much rather talk, or, if I'm going to do anything, that's what my Twitter's for, or email, But every once in a while I do, but Curvy Chick, every once in a while. I have people, or Skuluda rather, I should say. Every once in a while, I get a wild hair up my ass, and I get the idea to have people come on and ask me questions. So every once in a while. So I probably don't text over calling people either. I don't usually like to text. Once again, I want to talk. Of course, then again, my cell phone, I let the minutes run out after MagFest. So I have no cell phone right now. Hey, Ultima Alice. We are doing wonderful. We're British today. You may not have known, but we are all British today. That is today's special occasion thing. They're all British. Except for Overhaze, who is Irish. And some people will be British tomorrow. But not today. I don't know why. Just happens that way. Is JewWario House now? No, if I were House, I would actually have a good American accent. I don't care what people say. He has a good American accent. They're like, oh, I can tell that it's... No, you can't. No, you can't. How do you want me to send your card? Through email? If you have an actual card, that would be awesome. I sent out my ooh, yeah, it's not that. If you go to youcanplaythis.com, then you can, at the very top right corner, near the search button, you can see my email address, or a link to send me an email. And if you want to, I'd be more than happy to get a card in the email. If you want to. If you don't want to, then you can send me something via email. But if you'd like to, I'd love to, yes. Yes, Jeeves and Wooster is awesome. Isn't it? I've seen the first 2 seasons, and they are awesome. It's a picture card. Well, in Skluda, I would... If it's a picture card, then I would be more than happy to get an email with it in it. That would be wonderful. You're going to Safeway next week. Paper Lady, it's good. It's about this British guy who just can't control his life, and he gets sent this butler. That is amazing. And for those of you not in the know, if you go to Acorn, which deals in a lot of British... Ooh, yum. That goes into a lot of British TV shows and stuff. You can buy a clock with Jeeves's voice on it. It's awesome. So in the morning, instead of beep 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 beep, you know, getting up and you hear you hear a excuse me, madam, but I just wanted to let you know that there are fans outside, and I cannot, you know, keep them away all day. So, but please, you know, do get up so that you can sign autographs. Thank you. You know, it's wonderful. So he just very gently wins you up. The Lindsay, we've got a Lindsay Ellis here. Ooh, and she obeyed my Twitter. You must obey the Twitter. You must. We are all British today here, Lindsay. I did not know if you knew that, but we are all British today. Oh, my goodness. Do you want to, Nella is not jealous of me. I'm jealous of Nella. She's doing a great job. Hey, Lindsay, you wanna get on the chat? You wanna voice chat here? Through the Skypes, as they say. I don't even think that I have. Yeah, like on Skype. I don't even know if I have you on Skype. Do I have you on Skype? Send me a message. If you send me a message, then I'll get your, and I'll pop you on. If you want to. If you don't want to. I don't know. It's well, it's probably me then. It's probably me. You can always give it a shot. There is only one JewWario. But yeah, send me a message. Give it a shot. Let's see. I'm going through my list here to see if I can find you in here. Some of his privacy settings. Yes, I'm wondering why I haven't gotten it. This is not good. Oh, I have received contacts. Here we go. I shall add the selected. See if she is there. There we go. Ah, there we go. Okay. Let's get you on this voice thing. I hear it's a new technology. It's really cool. As we do a video chat. We don't need to do a video chat. They can't see me. You can't see me? No, that's wrong. Have her get her audio.
I can see you.
You can see me.
I can see you. Oh god, I probably shouldn't put that online.
Oh, nobody can see. Nobody can see. I'm not streaming my my screen here. How are you doing, hon?
I can hear you twice. Shut up.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there's Bargo.
Hey, everybody.
We have the whole party.
We do. It is a party. and I don't know why I was going to show you my video. You can see me, so there's no other reason.
Yeah, it's like now I get to see you twice.
Whee! So how you doing? It's good.
I'm doing okay. I just woke up, had to move the car.
Had to move the car?
Yeah, much of my life is dictated by alternate side parking. But I'm sure we can find more interesting things to talk about than that.
Alternate.
Yeah, it's the price you pay for living in a big city. If you get up at 8 a.m. and move the car, or you get a ticket.
Or you get a ticket. Oh my gosh. That's, yeah. You crazy big city peoples.
I know, right? The life of the urban domestic.
So we're going to be going someplace very soon, and it's very exciting. It'll be nice to see you again. I haven't seen you since Kikassia.
I know. I still have your mouse, and I was gonna mail it to you. It's not a live mouse. It's the kind that plugs into what do they call it? The technology.
Don't let her fool you. We actually got a live mouse, and yeah.
Yeah, so I borrowed his mouse because last year I had tragedy struck when my trackpad got watered, and then I kept it, and it's still here. It's chilling. It's looking at me.
Hey, how's it going?
He's like, I miss my real person. Because I don't use the mouse. My trackpad is fine.
Yeah, that's what I do. Just the two fingers, but.
Yeah, the two fingers.
That sounded really okay. Hey, anyways, ARGs, fun, British.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I live in LA, and it's really bad. It's really expensive. Like all the Europeans are like, why don't you use the bus? Since we're being British today.
Yes, and why?
Well, I would if we had any.
The tube. Why don't you go by the tube?
Yeah, I'm going back to New York next month. I'm moving back.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm so pretty excited.
Wow.
It's a little bit not surreal, but what's the word? Bittersweet, I guess.
Bittersweet?
Yeah, because, I have friends here, but I was never going to stay here. I don't like LA.
Mm.
Except for the nature. I like the nature.
Just going because of the school, or?
Yeah, that was why I moved here. And I'm technically not done with the degree, but I'll finish it eventually.
You're done with it as far as LA's concerned?
Yeah. I mean, I've been here for 2 years. I'm like, that's 2.5 years, actually. That's too damn long for a master's degree. It's just too long.
Are you planning on finishing it in New York, maybe?
I'll try. Because the thing is, most of the requirements are what they call critical studies. The stuff that I don't have. And crit studies is basically like the academic study of film. It's kind of like an English degree. Mm-hmm. But I already have a degree in that, and I don't want to pay another $15,000 just to get the master's at USC. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting, I guess.
Well, will you have a job lined up, or is this actually are your videos your life? I mean,
so well they I guess I have a comfortable living wage off the videos, but
it's not bad.
I want more.
I wanted more. I want more. I want to be where the people are.
Have you seen, or in New York a couple years ago, they had a musical based off Lestat, the book.
Really?
The vampire. Yeah, and it was called Lestat the Musical, and it was written by Elton John and Bernie Taupin, and oh my god, it was. You know how Spider-Man is kind of a disaster now? That was the disaster that didn't kill people. It was so funny, but it was so cheap because no one was seeing it, so we went 2 or 3 times just. And there was a song sung by Claudia called "I Want More," and it was about how she wants to drink blood. And
oh no!
Oh god, it was like I want more, I want more. Oh man, it was. And there's another one about the Crimson Kiss, which really sounded I don't know. It sounded dirty to me. It was about sucking blood, but it sounded like it was about sucking something else. And,
Oh, wow. Well, it is
I
Elton John. You never know. Oh, I'm sorry.
I
I
want
apologize.
a revival, a good, ironic revival with hipsters. Oh, I can't hear you.
Hipsters. Elton John was on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Elton John was on Saturday Night Live, and he was very funny this past weekend.
I think he'd have to have a pretty good sense of humor after that. Poor guy.
Yeah. Sucking cord. Yeah, that's what.
Cord? Like umbilical cord?
No. God. Ew. Ew.
I don't know. I don't know what other cord there is that you can suck.
I think that's the name. What they call the way the cool kids call the. You know. Yabba yabba. You know the guys.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're David Bowie. You know they're. They're little.
Yeah. So how on the DL is our trip?
I think it's pretty. People know. People have told me that they know we're going to Chicago. They know nothing else. Nothing else. This is not the.
Yeah. Every time I mention it, I get bitched at. Usually by Lewis. Like, it's supposed to be a secret. And I'm like, we do something every year. Why is it a secret?
Yeah.
Especially what city we do it in.
Yeah. That one I haven't told, but yes.
Well, I'll have a... Here's my spoiler to leave people guessing. I bought a wedding dress.
No. We're going to... Folks, she has been dating someone. And that person is actually in New York. She's not just moving back for New York. It's something else.
Yeah. For the 3rd anniversary, I bought a wedding dress.
Very cool. And it's
a very nice wedding dress. It was marked down from like $800.
To
like... No, I'm not kidding. I bought a wedding dress for...
wow, I was thinking like maybe like a Goodwill or something. Or...
No, it was a really nice wedding dress. It's very flattering. It's a little too tight, so I'm trying to like work off that extra couple pounds. So
work off those extra pounds. You said in one of your videos that you would, I'm sitting down eating, my Doritos or not. You look good. You really do.
Oh no, like, cause that was after I finished
Let
my
the fan
doc.
fiction begin.
And yeah, and the Cheetos and beer were kind of based on the truth because like I was so stressed out from that documentary. I would literally like drink so much coffee, like from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. it would just be stimulants coffee, and then from 5 p.m. to sleep it would be alcohol. So I was just like having chemicals push me through the day, and I gained at least 5 pounds, which isn't a lot for like some people, but it's a lot for me because I'm a pretty small person. So I felt really fat. So I was making a joke out of it, just as my little coping mechanism. I've lost it though.
Well, good. Well, and it's nice to see you doing videos and this Dark Nella saga. That's really. Wow, I mean, you're really working hard on these.
I feel like it's turned into an interview because I noticed that you were doing similar storyline too that involved like evil and the hero's journey and David Bowie and. Does
that okay? No, and see, and this is something that I had planned. I'd been planning for since last year.
I know, right?
And at the exact same
people are
time.
like,
oh, I hate that.
People are like accusing us each of like plagiarism. Like people are like, "Oh, you're following the car and spooning." I'm like, "Do you not look at my hair? If you want no proof, look at how short my hair is." Like, yeah, we filmed this last June.
Oh, did you?
We're just, like, it's funny because like some of them have pieces that are filmed within the span of a year, and some pieces are in California, and some are in New York, and like. They're just a lot of different pieces of the puzzle being filmed in different places. Wow. And so on a lot of body doubling because, like I'm in LA and my crew is in New York. So a lot of times it'll be like someone's hand will be like my hand will double for Nella's hand or Lisa's doubling for me in the next video, a lot of that.
She's fun. I like I like her. She's a good actress.
She's coming to Chicago. And yeah, she. I don't know how much she's gonna do with um.
with the event.
Yeah, with the event, but we're probably gonna do a couple crossovers with her.
That'd be
as
fun.
Dr. T's. And she's also a professional makeup artist. She's doing my makeup, so maybe she can do yours. Because I know yours will be a little complicated.
Yeah, some people. I was telling them how I did it. I actually found several good videos on how to do it, and since the Jareth White makeup actually goes over the eyebrow, a couple of the videos said, "Why don't you use what you do is you use a glue stick, and they just use a glue stick from like the middle of their eyebrow over, and it pats it down, and then they can just put the makeup over it, and it just blends in, and it looks good." So
I guess that would stay better than just eyeshadow.
Yeah, and I use Ben Nye makeup. I use the Ben Nye professional makeup. It's just this little tin of it that I've got a little plastic thing, but it works just fine.
I'm enjoying the speculation. Well, for another
Rocky.
Yeah, I guess the other speculation, it's a wedding dress, but it does not involve marriage in any way.
Well, how nice. And what's happening?
I love it though. I keep trying it on. I'm like, it's so flattering.
I can't wait to see it.
It's so pretty. I have to mess it up now though.
But it's going to be huge. I mean, huge to you're going to have to check several bags.
Yeah, well, it is a rather big dress because it's poofy and flowy. I'll figure it out. I always do. Because usually when I travel, I have a carry-on and my dog. But since
we didn't see your pup last year.
Yeah, and I told Doug because there was a part that involved an animal. And I was like, Doug, I have a dog. And I think he thought I meant like a puppet dog. He's like, yeah, sure, bring dog. It'll be cute. And I'm like, well, okay, but let's make sure the hotel's okay with it. And he's like, oh, a real dog. And
yeah, no.
So I was like, yeah, no.
I know. Anne Hathaway is going to be Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises. Anne Hathaway.
I hope her makeup is as good as Michelle Pfeiffer's.
Michelle Pfeiffer, she's just always going to be Catwoman to me.
I know, right? She's so, like, I guess Nolan's casting choices, I've never seen him cast his female characters with any kind of interest, you know? Like,
really?
He seems to really put all his money on the male characters.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. Like, I know everyone was like, you know, Heath Ledger was perfect, but I guess I'll wait and see. Because I think he got better with Inception. Like, it wasn't, you know, great, but at least he had a couple female characters that were like...
The girl from Juno and, you know...
Well, yeah, but they were doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't just there, like, the poor Batman ladies. Like,
yeah.
I'm here to be put in danger.
Oopsie.
For you. Oh, yeah. I'm surrounded by a bomb. That's that.
Well,
anyway, moving on.
Well, and it's funny.
Like, he can't conceive women as full people.
Well, and it's interesting. You also had that, you know, that little article that you wrote about, you know, how people just have a hard time writing for women, and that's not.
I do. I'm just as bad as anyone because you conceive them as, all right, a female character, so I can't do this and I can't do that. It's the same with writing black characters or like Native American characters or like any politically correct stigmatization. It's like you get all caught up with, I can't, you know, I can't do this or it'll be racist, I can't do this or it'll be sexist or they'll be weak or people are going to think badly of me, as opposed to if it's just like a white dude, you can do whatever you want. And
are there any characters in the past, you mentioned it's kind of like the PC, are there any characters in the past that before this whole PC thing came in, that you think, man, that was a well-written character? And that was written before PC. You couldn't write that anymore, but man, she was well done.
I'd like to think of Les Mis
Les
as
Mis?
sort of like your go-to for like all the characters are pretty rounded and given equal screen time.
Yeah, yeah. Valjean, at last we see each other plain. Well, that's not a female, but that's one of my favorite characters.
You'll wear a different chain. Yeah, I can't do it.
Before you say another word, Javert. Before you chain me up like a slave. Yes, I like that musical. Shut up, guys.
Oh my god, no, I love it. But I read the book a long ass time ago, and it's mostly dudes because it's a war story. But I think he puts a lot of women in there, and he does it naturally. You know, it's not like forced, like in Pirates of the Caribbean, where we have like the female pirate who is there for a scene, and we never see again. What's her name? Was that Zoe Saldana in the first pirate movie?
I do not know.
I can't remember who it was. But anyway. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Anna Maria.
Yeah, the chat knows.
The chat, yeah, just as it will ask and you shall receive. Dune, oh god, I fucking hate Dune. Oh god, the women in Dune are the worst. Oh my god, like that was where I checked out of the book. Have you read the book, Justin?
No, I haven't.
There's this part in the book where the main character's mother, like, I don't even remember if it was in the movie, but, like, there's this part where the main character's mother, like, they've been taken hostage, they're being taken out into the desert, and she does the thing with the henchman where she pulls the sexy moves on him. Like, well, your manliness is rather alluring, person who's about to kill me. And, like, this is supposed to be like the great epic of sci-fi, and we pull that shit. The sexy times with the prison keeper. Good fucking god, that was where I just completely checked out. Like, I wasn't enjoying it. That was when I'm like, I'm done. This is the worst ever. This is just the worst shit ever. Okay.
And I think it's things like that people are upset about. Metroid, what they did to Samus. Oh, Sean was incensed when he played it. He was like, "Oh my god!" He just kept on texting me. God, how can they write her like this? You know, she's a strong female, but she just laments over this guy.
Just this idea of strong females, like if you have a female character that's weak or dependent on men, and people are like, "Oh, that's sexist." And I'm like, that's not fair, because there are so many women in the world that are obsessed with men, and that are, just for lack of, oh, here comes the puppy, just for lack of better, feminist upbringing, I guess, they just are not that ideal strong character that people seem to want to see. So I don't think it's fair when people call that weak writing. It's how some people are,
Yeah. I just don't mention Other M. Sorry, Alt Malice. Sorry.
What's Other M?
Other M was the video game that Samus was in. That they made her be kind of very submissive to men, and kind of took away her strength. Some of the strength that you see in several other games. As a matter of fact, but like somebody
that can be frustrating.
Yeah, I did when I was taking a history of Japan class. One of my essays that I wrote was actually on how the Japanese deal with women. And as a matter of fact, at the time there was a women's convention that happened in the very early 90s, and every country sent women delegates. Except for Japan. Japan was the only country to send all-male delegates to a women's convention. So
that seems spiteful.
Yes. So it's very interesting their look, their views on women. So it did not surprise me of Other M, but it did surprise me. Things have changed a great deal in Japan, but it was still awkward.
That things have. Oh, I thought you were. Talking about something else being awkward. I was like, yeah, things have changed a great deal in Japan.
Yeah, is it too
I was
soon?
about to make a very tasteless joke, but I restrained myself.
And you know, I run a little off topic, but not quite. I run a pub quiz on Monday nights.
I want to go.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. We have a great time. Maybe maybe I'll run.
Where do you live? I don't even know. I know you live in the middle somewhere.
Colorado Springs. Come on,
that's in the middle.
I've got an entire basement. You could have like a little home to yourself while you're here.
I think I've seen that basement in a few videos.
Yes, a few, just a few.
The middle. Oh, I might, because I'm driving across the country in May with Lisa.
Oh. Hey, if you need a place to stay and you think that Colorado Springs is a middle, feel free to crash here.
We're not sure if we're taking the southern route, or we think we might go through Arizona and New Mexico and then cut north.
I will not lock her in the basement, Con. Shame on you.
What, me or Lisa?
No,
because Lisa is the one with all the Phantom crap. Because people are like, man, you must really like Phantom. Like, I did. I had a phase, but Lisa's the one that collected the stuff. And so she still has it. So, or like, she has this apartment full of Phantom stuff. And you walk in, you would think that she's just like this crazy obsessed person. But she's not. She just has a lot of stuff. And she doesn't want it to go to waste. So she puts it around.
Yeah.
Her stuff. I'm like, dude, you gotta sell that shit. She's like, it's not worth anything anymore. There's no Phantom movie out.
There's no Phantom, yes. The Phantom.
But she literally has every piece of Phantom media ever produced. Like, every movie, everything. So I'm like, man, I need to have like Phantom month. There's like so much, because I have so much to mine from. I don't even know where to start.
Wow.
Like, there's Phantom of the Disco, Phantom of the Mall.
Oh my gosh.
Phantom of the... I'm not making this. These are all movies.
Billy Zane in the Phantom. Ben Affleck.
Yeah. There was one starring Robert Englund, who's Freddy Krueger, and also had Molly Shannon in it.
Molly Shannon, really?
Yeah. What else was there?
Phantom of the Menace.
There was a cartoon.
There was a cartoon? Really?
Yeah.
A Phantom of the Opera?
Wow. Phantom of the Phantom, yeah. Pretty much. There's so many Phantom
Danny
movies,
Phantom.
There was one where he's raised by rats, and that one was made by Dario Argento.
Wow, that would have been like bizarro and weird.
It was, because it stars his daughter and she gets naked and they have like weird rat sex. It's really unpleasant.
So anyway, I run a pub quiz.
Yeah, let's talk about your pub quiz. It sounds like so much fun. I love pub quizzes.
But they, the teams have their names that they just kind of choose for their team. This week it was the Tokyo Isotopes. And I went, too soon. Anyways, long story, going back to the whole too soon type of thing, I've learned that at a pub quiz, it's never too soon. If something happens that night,
I'm sorry?
So if something happens that night, you're going to hear about it at the pub quiz, and it's going to be mocked.
Yeah, I don't know, because I was listening to NPR this morning, and it was like, talking about how the Buddhist tradition of cremation had to be put on hold in Japan because of the mass graves that are having to be dug, and I was like, that's horrifying.
I never even
like, there's so many people dead, they can't even cremate them.
Wow. Yeah, it was tough. I was talking with my good friend Kazukawa, who lives in just outside of Tokyo, and he said, Justin, I saw an entire city burn. That was tough. So you want to talk about tough? And it was kind of a very matter-of-factly, and you could tell it was kind of hard for him to talk about, but it's one of those things that you watch on TV and you're like, oh, okay, and then you think to yourself, holy crap, You know,
Mm-hmm.
a tidal wave
No,
just
I totally didn't get it at
hit
first
this
because I was having.
city. You know, there were 17,000 people there. 10,000 are missing. Not dead. Missing. Wow. I mean, that's just, you know, it blows your mind. But enough of the bad stuff. Mask of the Phantasm. Go.
All right, right. So I think Batman, the animated series, was better than X-Men, the animated series. It holds up better.
Actually, I think you're absolutely right.
But I think, like, I have nothing to say about Bat. Well, I guess I could do, like, Ladies of Batman or something, because that one had some good bad guy female characters.
Mm-hmm. And Catwoman has always been a better bad guy, I think, than Chitara for Wonder Woman. Because you get the whole bondage thing in there with the Wonder Woman. But that was the guy's life. He even had a girlfriend or a lady.
The guy who created Wonder Woman? Yeah, that's some weird shit.
And she had bracelets.
I remember he was like, was he a psychologist?
Yeah.
And he created Wonder Woman with the intent of giving young girls a strong female role model, but he also had put in, because he was like a fetishist, and he put in all that weird, like...
Bondage,
yeah. Just... Yeah. So men. What are you gonna do?
They suck. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
Men.
Oh, man. Well,
yeah, there's a lot of spanking.
Catwoman or Wonder Woman? Who would you rather?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. If I had a choice, but she'd crush me.
Oh, I thought we're talking about I guess that'd be who I like to be.
Catwoman's who we would like to be? Oh, Wonder Woman, definitely, definitely.
Catwoman's sexier, but she didn't really have any like powers or anything. She's just crazy.
But see, and that's the thing. She's this powerful without being powerful.
Well, I think that's the interesting thing about the Batman female villains is that they are kind of villainous in a female way. And I think that is one of the fallacies of the PC era, is that you take gender away from people. And it's not true, because gender kind of informs who you become. Like, in America, women are looked at a different way. You're raised a different way. You have different biological urges. You know, your sex informs you and the person you become. So it's like, you know, there's a reason why certain personality disorders are, like borderline personality disorders, almost universally women. And, you know, you'll have other, like, more anger-related disorders be more to men. And it's not like there's no overlap, but there's not a lot. So I think, like, the interesting thing about Catwoman and Harley Quinn especially is that Harley Quinn feels so real to me. You know, really? She's a fangirl. She's an obsessive, crazy fangirl who kills people. And I'm like, yes. I think I've met you. You know? She just feels so real to me.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, like, because I'm about to review The Craft, and I found that to be problematic with some of the characters in The Craft, was they just didn't feel real at all. Like, especially, like, the black girl, who was so obviously written as the black girl, and her only character trait is that she's black, and she's sad because she's black, and she has no life, no character, no personality outside of this.
Well, that's interesting.
That really bugged me for her as a character, because it made no sense, because you got, like, these witch girls that are all sad and lonely and they have issues, and then you have the black girl who has no problem except that she's black, and she seems like a perfectly normal, healthy human being, except that there's a racist girl who's mean to her at school.
Because there's always
and yes, like, I buy that, but it doesn't make sense that you sell your soul to the Dark Lord because one girl is racist. You know, you gotta have issues.
Yeah. Because, you know, it's a movie, and you got to have issues in movies.
Well, she should have. I mean, if you're turning to witchcraft, you need issues.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you have. Yeah.
Because I don't know about boys, but I was talking to all my girlfriends, and like we'd talk about our witch phase. How like every girl had a witch phase, where you'd have like a witch name, and you know you go by incense and candles and herbs and you just cast spells and say incantations and yeah.
I did have a kind of a new age phase, I guess.
Yeah.
Read tarot cards and stuff like that. Researched them.
Yeah, I guess like maybe guys are
But I don't
more
know
on the
if
spiritual end of things. Because the thing I've noticed about the witch phase is there's like very little spiritual aspect to it when you're a teenager and you get into Wicca. You know, you don't care about like the spiritual side of it. You just want to fucking bring ceilings down on people's heads with your mind. You know, or at least I did. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, I actually wanted to turn into a superhero and beat up the guys who were beating me up.
Yeah, see that's it. That's it. I wanted I wanted telekinesis so I could make people's heads hurt or something because they'd be like making fun of me in class. And then I jumped immediately from witchcraft to corn. Which is, once you realize witchcraft doesn't work, you just go to your sad, angry music.
Sad, angry.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm angry too.
Well, you know, I guess that kind of does work because I didn't get into metal until after high school.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, it was Christian metal, and I've told the story online, but we were working at the college bookstore.
Like POD.
Oh yeah, we were working at the college bookstore. This is like 1989, 1990, and the guy who worked in the back, where we worked, had Christian music on. Well, he had the slow Christian music, and I got nothing against Christian, but
open the eyes to my heart.
Oh,
like that.
Oh, even worse. It was slow, and we couldn't work to it. And one of my buddies asked him, "Look, tomorrow, if I brought in some faster music, if it's Christian, would you play it? And will you promise to play it, the whole album?" He's like, "Yes, I promise, as long as it's Christian." Okay. So he comes in with a tape called Sanctuary, and the boss. And I can't even believe he did. He made the promise. He looked inside, and it was beautiful. The lyrics were like it was taken out of Acts or Psalms. They were beautiful lyrics. And he's like, "Oh, all right. I promise. I will play the whole thing." It's a little guitar, and he couldn't have hit the stop button quick enough. Pulls it out, looks at it. It was Christian metal. And it was a group called Sanctuary. And it was just like, so for the next 45 minutes. It was cool. It was cool. So he got me a copy of it. Striper, Petra. We listened to a bunch of them at the time. Sounds like the awesome Christian
like,
punk.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Huh? Gotcha. He never made that promise again.
Start a band called and it'll be spelled the way it's spelled. Yeah.
What group are you listening to? Do. How do you
spell that? I think it's in Hindi.
Hindi. Hindi.
I don't know. I was like, I could probably spell it in Hindi easier than I could in English. Isn't that weird?
Bo.
No, I take that back.
Nothing.
No, actually, I don't take that back because they'd be like, da. You know, Indians aspirate.
That's right. That's right.
That's why they have those funny accents.
And you actually really like Bollywood as well.
I do. I keep wanting to review stuff, but Bargo won't let me.
Why not?
Because he's like, no Indian should do this. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck her too.
Exactly. Precisely.
Well, I think he kind of had this rationale that it's just like, no, it should be from an Indian perspective, and I'm like, why? Because I like that it, it's like one of my favorite Bollywood movies takes place in New York, and that's why I bought it. It was like, oh, this is amazing. I have to see this 3-hour masterpiece that takes place in New York, where they're like on the Brooklyn Bridge with their arms out, like singing. And I found out most of it was filmed in Toronto, so of course it looks nothing like Brooklyn.
New York proper, yeah.
So, but it was still really funny because it had like such a romanticized attitude of America. You know, it would be like very multicultural and all the like races holding hands, dancing in the street, like yay, we're all buddies. And I'm like, that's not the Brooklyn I know.
One of my friends took a class on Bollywood and to watch it, and he mentioned that they always have musicals in it, almost always nowadays, but they almost always have a musical.
It's getting much less, actually.
And there's very little kissing. He said recently they've started to do it, but even
in the last 10 years they have.
Yeah, but it's still kind of like they come close.
I need to correct this. Bollywood is not the film industry of India. It is the Hindi-speaking mainstream film industry of Bombay.
Oh.
So, because there are actually many Indian film industries, Bollywood is one of them.
One of them, okay. So it's like a genre almost.
Yeah, like if the difference between like Hollywood and indie movies, like an indie movie isn't necessarily Hollywood, because Hollywood is just one of the 7 studios. That's sort of the only thing that really defines a Hollywood movie. So like Bollywood are always, because there's many languages in India, and like Bengal has their own. Like there's Kollywood, and I think Kollywood is the Tamil speaking industry, and there are a few. I don't remember exactly all of them, but Bollywood is just the most money making. Yeah, the most lucrative out of all of them, because it's like not a majority, but a plurality of Indians speak Hindi. But there are a lot of there's an interesting independent film movement coming out of India right now. And they actually, because the Bollywood movies are known for being like retarded, like they're fun, but they're generally pretty dumb. But like there's this indie movement. Like there was one called Peeply Live, which was only 90 minutes, no music.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
A short one.
Yeah, and it was the first Indian movie that went to Sundance. So, and I saw it, and it's actually produced by Amir Khan, who's one of the most famous guys in India. Like, all the Indians I know, like, he's like the Tom Cruise of India. So I'm like, so people hate him because he's crazy? Like, no, he's like the Tom Cruise, risky business. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. the other, the one before he went nuts.
But it was actually really good, like, not just from an Indian standpoint, but it was kind of hard to get, I guess, because it had a lot of political satire in it that you probably wouldn't get if you don't know about Indian politics. If you don't know
about the Indian, politics. Now, my friend Shuki actually suggested a couple of films for me, and I was wondering if you'd actually seen some of them. He highly suggested a 2005 movie called Buntiar Babli. Buntiar Babli? Okay, and to go to my instant. He said there's one that was a King Lear that's really, really good. And let me see if I can find the link for it.
Definitely haven't heard of King Lear. Although really, Ed is kind of the person to talk to about any international cinema. Like and I think I love about Ed is that he, he'll do his deja vu series, and I wish he did it more.
Oh yeah,
because they're so interesting. But he has such like respect for the other culture too. He's not just being like, oh, these idiots.
Completely, and I think that's what I really like about his shows is that he does show it. Wow, isn't this a funny thing that they're doing? But he doesn't mock it.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Very serious.
And I feel like I want to see more of that on our website, because I feel like it's become less a review website and more a mocking website, which is just, it's easy and it's not cool, but I think, I don't know. It
yeah.
doesn't foster a very positive atmosphere, and I'm not a very positive person.
Well, and you know, it's. I think that's why we've started to get some people who actually review things that they actually like. I mean, I won't. I don't do bad reviews because you know I want people to actually play these games. I want them to enjoy them. I want them to see. Yeah, there are some faults in them. These are the faults. I can make a little jab at that, but you know, here's the good parts. Please go out and see it.
Yeah.
And
that's why
we should do that.
Go ahead.
We should do that more. I mean, you know, you review a movie you like.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why I started grafting towards like the more analytical stuff, because I prefer gray areas. I think it's like making how-to videos more productive. Because I mean, and I have gotten a lot of flack for that. They're like, "Dude, you're not funny anymore." I'm like, well, I'm not really trying to be funny. I think I'm more interested in substance now than cheap jokes. And yeah, I think the angry reviewer market is oversaturated. I totally agree. So I don't want to be angry. I don't like being angry. And I think that's why, like, I think a lot of people on The Guy with the Glasses started doing storylines kind of all at the same time. It's because I think it is kind of a subconscious thing, but we wanted to do more than just sit and talk about a media. You know, you kind of want to create your own. And I think that's kind of why that grew organically. Like, it wasn't a coordinated thing, at least as far as my understanding wasn't.
Yeah, because, you know, you've got this, and I was laughing about the rat in Scluda's ear. But, yeah, and I think that's also why we have, I've been noticing a little bit of difference in Joe's reviews as well. And in that he's always been very good at putting a lot of interest in what he's reviewing, and he'll go into detail and that sort of thing. But I've been seeing a lot more happy reviews and a lot less, and I'm just getting incensed and things are exploding behind me because I'm so angry. Instead, now he's really toned it down. And he goes, man, I really wish that they would have done this. Oh, I can't believe that they didn't. And it's very toned down. And I'm not sure if that's conscious or a subconscious thing where he's just like, yeah, people aren't watching my angry videos anymore.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Joe in a while. But I think it might also be a maturity thing. Because you can only be angry for so long. Because that's kind of how I felt. Because initially, like, when I first took the job, I guess in the last 2 years, my understanding of media and the industry has changed so much, and I think I found it really hard for the format, like the Nostalgia Critic, Nostalgia Chick format, to keep up and change with it, because I guess I have such a different understanding of what professional looks like and how difficult it is to make a movie and how long it takes and how much money it takes, and I think most people they don't understand where movies come from. You know, they just like think that the movie fairy comes and sprinkles stardust on some celluloid and boom, a movie's made. And they don't, they're not willing to understand how much pain and suffering, and a lot of times studio bullshit will go into changing a movie. You know, like I Am Legend is, I think, one of the worst examples. Is the original ending for I Am Legend?
I don't know the original ending, but I do know that the Will Smith one was changed quite a bit in several places.
Yeah, because whenever they did the test screening, apparently test audiences didn't like that ending, and that ending really made the movie gel, because it actually gave it a point, but apparently it made fucking stupid test audiences uncomfortable. So they changed it, and they gave it like this really cheap, stupid Hollywood ending that didn't work. It didn't work with what the movie had set up. So,
Hmm.
so there you go. And it's kind of like you can shit on that, but it wasn't the filmmaker's fault, because the filmmakers do not fund these movies. The studios do.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't own the copyright to their movies. They don't have, like different filmmakers will have different degrees of say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I now find it a lot more difficult just to blindly say anything bad about a movie except for the writing.
Yeah.
Like
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, which I haven't seen yet. Everyone's like, "Why haven't you seen it?"
Well, I wanted it to be a completely different movie. When Psycho Taku, he works at Warner Brothers, so he got an early showing of it, and he came back and he was like, "I'm not sure about it," and I was like, "Mark, it's a B flick. It's going to be action, explosions, Michael Bay. It's going to be just TNA. It's just supposed to be hokey." And I went in with high hopes, and then I came out and I was like, "Wow, that was nothing like I expected," and I feel dirty. The only thing I will spoil is that they will cast a bad role on men. The hell you say? Yes.
The hell you say?
So.
Here's the thing, and that's something that I had overlooked because I remember seeing posters and I was like, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I guess it's at least good that they're girl main characters, like even if they do look like that. But the thing I had totally overlooked was the fact that it was a Warner Brothers movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Warner Brothers never has female characters, ever. Like, they are a boys' club. They're kind of infamous in the industry for this. Like, they don't like to hire women producers. They don't.
Yep.
And so I guess knowing that, I feel like the studio must have put a lot of conditions on the creation of that movie.
I'm interested in seeing what you think about it. Are you going to go see it? Are you planning on seeing it?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see it. I've just been busy. Like, today is like my first sitting around day I've had in a few days. So.
Well, when you see it, I am very interested in hearing what your reaction.
Yeah, Ben's in the chat. Ben liked it.
Oh,
Ben
Ben?
was like, yeah, I love it.
And that's the weird thing, and maybe he also went and just with the expectation it's just going to be a TNA. If there's a story, screw the story. Just, you know what? Forget the story. If they put a story in front of me, I'm going to say, screw your story, forget you, and just go on. And
I just thought it was funny that, like, the lady action movie was, like, all in their heads, and women are crazy. I was like, yeah, I guess. Okay, sure.
And that's even more so why I want to see your reaction. Ask her to go see it together.
Yes, we were talking about Sucker Punch.
Lindsay, I don't know if you're doing anything this week, but would you maybe like to? She's in LA. She can't go see it with me.
Yeah, so just hop in the car. It's only about a 20-hour drive. I've made that drive 3 times now across the country. So
to Colorado, really?
Yeah, I've definitely driven from your neck of the woods to mine and back.
I've done it in a day and a half. I did it in a day and a half. It was when I moved from Colorado to Florida, way back in 2000, and started off early in the morning. I think around 7-8 o'clock, and stopped somewhere in Missouri, I think it was, and then finished the. No, I actually think I made it to Louisiana, and then I finished the rest that day.
Where were you hitting?
It was tough. To Tallahassee.
Oh, so you went from Colorado to Tallahassee.
Yeah, Florida.
The 4-syllable to the 4-syllable.
Colorado, yeah, okay. Wow. Didn't even think about that.
I don't know why my mind went.
Wow. So now you are given a little introspection into Lindsay's brain there.
Yeah, if you wonder why my videos are so disjointed sometimes, I just pick up on weird shit and run with it.
Which 2 of the 50 are you guys?
Which 2 of the 50? Oh.
Do I need to add her to my Skype?
I don't know. We're talking about. I'm trying to. Lisa, what is your name on the? Is it? I just have your real name, and I don't know what your Skype name is.
And Ben Zaya, I can't wait to see your next game, Fab. And I got to tell you, Ben, I really like how you are starting to change your. You know, at first you just did video games and stuff, but now you've got a genre, and it's really working for you. And
yeah,
I like it.
I think I've seen Ben do a lot of, because we were trying to foster the atmosphere of positivity, and even Doug, because he just did the X-Men thing, which I was surprised.
Really?
He didn't tell me; it just showed up, including Dark Rob and everything, and I was like. Okay, well, I guess it's good because I can get a little pimping. But I was surprised. I was like, I wish you told me you were gonna do that. I was like, surprise.
And once again, you know, it's those things where, oh well, I didn't know that I was going to, you know, add you, because. Gosh, there was one thing that I was going to do. Somebody asked, is there anything that Yankee J is afraid of? And I said, yes, Domo. He's terrified of Domo.
You mean
the little square box thingy guy, the little fuzzy thing. And I was going to have, during a Yankee J plays, you know, I was going to have that joke. And then I was going to have Domo peeking around the corner. And son of a bitch, if that week that I was going to record it, Doug doesn't come out with his balloon from it. So, rewrite.
We need more communication, because I told Doug, I was like, could you just please email me the stuff that you're going to do, just so I'll know and there's no overlap. And he's like, yeah, sure, and then I guess he forgot. Or just didn't care. I don't know. Maybe he was, because I tried to do my Independence Day thing in as little overlap as possible, because I know he'd done both Independence Day and Godzilla, so I tried to cover things that he didn't touch at all. But yeah, so I try to keep that in mind. But I guess I think what we're finding is like the nostalgia name and even the whole that guy with the glasses thing. Nothing is mutually exclusive anymore.
Yeah.
But I feel like there used to be an atmosphere of don't touch. I guess it's like if someone's touched it, don't touch it. But there's just too damn many people now. Can't really help it.
Yeah, and you know, it almost happened again because I was without, you know, still trying to stay without giving away any information. There was something that Doug was planning for the future. I'll say that. And it involved somebody being Jareth. And I was like, no, Jareth is coming. And I had to contact Rob, and I said, oh, look, I'm Jareth. I've got him coming up in a couple of videos here.
It was me.
Trust me. And I felt kind of like douchey doing that, but, you know, once again, it's...
Yeah.
If somebody
people
touches it,
so judgmental on this fucking website where they're like, "Nah, so and so went there first," and yeah. I have ringing in my ear.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. douchey. I do like that douchey. Hi, Lisa. You there?
Oh, we need to bring your mic up just a little bit.
Echo here. Hang on, let me fix this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're getting some serious echo. Well,
Echo.
this is Lisa. You may know her as Dr. Tease.
Dr. Tease, everybody. Ooh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
She might be dealing with other things. We'll get her on here in a sec. Should still be. Oh, yeah.
She's in my pocket, yeah.
Friend in a pocket. It's the new toy.
Yeah, it sounds like she's. Yeah. Oh yeah, I still got the what's it?
Little headphones.
Yeah, the headphones. God, my brain.
Earbuds. Hooray for Cosmic Bushnell. What the heck? Hooray for. If they had mayonnaise.
Well, anyway, so Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs. It's beautiful. You know, I was born and raised here, and it's just.
Well, Ben's leaving. Say bye to Ben.
Oh, Ben.
We'll
Au
see
revoir,
you
Ben.
soon.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
A little bit.
I kind of hear you.
How's this?
There we go.
All right, I win.
You win. How you doing?
Good. I was just about to go exercise, and then this happened, so screw exercise.
Screw exercise. We've got 30 minutes that we can be on a chat. Who is this new person? This is Liz. She is Lisa? Elizabeth.
Or Elisa. Do you prefer Lisa or Elisa?
Either's fine.
She goes by both. I call her Lisa. A lot of people call her Elisa.
Lisa.
Like your IMDb profile.
And she is a makeup artist. She is, you know, very lovely, and she's a good actress.
She plays Dr. Tease and the Makeover Fairy on My Little Dog and Pony Show.
On My Little Dog and Pony Show. Speaking of which, have you seen it?
What, The Room?
No, the My Little Pony.
No,
Dog and
oh
Pony
my
Show.
god. I'm about to...
People need to stop asking Lindsay about the show.
Yeah, I'm like, I cannot tell you how much I don't care about ponies.
Like I see it.
Yeah, I'm just like, shut up. I don't give a shit about the ponies. What makes you think I give a shit about ponies?
She takes out her wrath on us, you know, she's calm, but at home, we see the rage, and this has to end.
No, Nella gets it too, because people are, like, all about Nella and those ponies and her little My Little Pony epic, and like, people, I think she was the first to be like, guys, lay off the new ponies, and I'm just like, it's not, I'm sure it's a great series, but I don't care. I don't have a television. I don't watch TV. I watch 30 Rock. I don't even know what fucking channel it's on. I got nothing on the ponies. I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Okay. Then okay. No more shall be said.
No more ponies. Let's talk about nostalgia. We can talk about Clarissa Explains It All, or what's nostalgic? I don't know.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Well, we know what was nostalgic for Lindsay. What's nostalgic for you, Liz?
Lisa,
sorry.
Liz is the other.
Liz is Lewis.
Liz is Lewis. Lisa.
She is the other blonde lady.
My apologies.
Nostalgic for me, Gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did Doug do that?
Yeah.
You seem...
But you could do it too, you know. He's gone there, so...
We were just talking about that, too.
No, but see, the thing about Doug's review of Gargoyles is it's entirely positive, which, is a rare thing. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, he has been doing a lot more positive reviews, too. Speaking about, changing into doing positive reviews, he's been doing a lot more of those.
I think he just gets burned out on negativity. I know I do.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad after I do a negative thing. You know, it's like you just kind of feel fat. Like it's like weird. It's like what the hell? What's a good descriptor for bad? Fat. Yes. You know. It's like I think that's our bad like feministness is like as much as we harp on it. I don't think a day goes by that Lisa and I don't talk about our weight.
We're awful.
We're just always like, so how's it going? I'm fat. Me too.
Please. You two ladies are beautiful. You don't need to worry about that sort of thing.
I had a guy tell me last night, I was making fun of someone else, another man, for being a little bit short, and this other guy tells me, you don't make fun of a guy for being short. That's like making fun of a girl for being fat. You just don't do it. It's wrong.
Yeah, I think I've got that before, which I don't understand because people call me short all the time.
Well, you are short.
But
but not in a bad way. I mean, it's just not in a bad way.
Well, no, it's not even about being fat. It's just about being like super fixated on your on your weight because that's the environment we were brought up in. So it's like, you know, like I was talking about, like gaining 5 pounds and that just being the end of the world, and now I have to torture myself to fix it. And yeah, I guess being on the internet does kind of put a fire under your ass.
Yeah, well, the internet adds 50 pounds, I think. 50 pounds is stupid, I guess. I don't know. People always, you know, say, oh gosh, you know, because you're on the internet, does it make you feel embarrassed being on camera? And we're like, we wouldn't be on camera if we were embarrassed. You know, there are several reviewers who do things off screen and do it quite well without ever being on camera.
Yeah, I kind of, you know, what's sad is I feel like I can't go that way because half my, I guess, not marketing, but people expect to see me and the way they wouldn't if I was a guy, you know.
Well, and even some of your earlier reviews, when you first started, you really used that to your great advantage.
Yeah, I know. I tried harder than that. I stopped caring. There was just like one review, and I found it odd that people got so fixated on that shirt because I wore that shirt all the time. I don't know what became of it, but that was just kind of how I dressed, you know, and it still is. Like, I always wear spaghetti strap, you know.
Well, they're comfortable for you.
Yeah, it's just kind of, that's how I roll.
How about you? Is that your regular, the way that you regularly dress, Lisa, or is it?
You mean in a lab coat?
In a lab coat.
Glasses and well. But the makeover fairy, those are my regular clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, makeover fairy, because she is the makeover fairy. Like, I think the makeover fairy is like the character that's more based on you as a person. like the I just want to hide my flaws line. Like, that was something she actually said. She's like, I just want to hide my flaws, and we thought that was so funny. I was like, line, that's a line. We're stealing it.
The makeover fairy is me making fun of myself.
Yeah, she is the makeover fairy. And she always does Dark Nella's makeup. It's actually quite an involved process. It takes, like, how long? Like, 20, 30 minutes just for the
It depends how serious we're being with Nella that day. Like, if it's just 3 shots of Nella, I'll just, like, slap it on real fast. But if we're doing, like, you know, a really nice shot, I'll spend half an hour on her makeup.
Wow. Half an hour?
It's a lot of, like, with the eyeshadow, it's a lot of shading, and Nella has very narrow eye area, and to get that, like, really dark makeup look, it's harder when you have less area to work with, so, you know, there's a lot of very small details. We were actually doing, like, a how-to makeup video, like, so you want to be Dark Nella for Halloween, here's how you do it.
Yeah.
Ooh. For a con, yeah. Give people con tips and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard people keep saying, like, I saw cosplay Darkanella at a con, and I'm like, Pixar, it didn't happen. like they say on the internet.
Yeah, like the terms. But
Yeah.
I watched Doug's X-Men review this morning with Dark Rob, and I was kind of impressed. I was like, "You go, guys! You got that dark makeup going on. Someone had to do that."
Yeah, I thought it was funny that he used Sleepy Hollow music for the Dark Rob. Like, I recognized it immediately.
I really liked how your comment on my my Warion saga was pretty much, ooh, somebody owns the Sleepless Mind.
Someone has. No, I recognized it because, like, if on my pitch tape for my doc, I used the exact same music, and I got so sick of it. So I guess that was the first thing I was like, I know that music. I used to like it.
A Justin Keisha would be, or Key $Ha would be cool. I refuse to say her name properly. Key $Ha. Yes.
Say it like a guy from Glee.
It's like, so as a character, are you talking about? Yes, I'm so old. 40 next week. I'm getting old now.
Wow. Do you moisturize?
Yes. Just a little bit, just to get that glowy. No, I don't.
You don't look it.
Well,
which is weird because you're white.
Yeah, I got
white.
Very much so. Actually, I'm Scotch Irish, so I get
Wait, did you convert? Because
yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, you don't see.
You don't seem like it. Yeah.
That one shot where you hide your star. I do not understand why they cut that out.
I know.
I thought that was so funny, and it also kind of made the Nazi joke okay. So
yes.
At least in my mind, because people got upset, and I was like, if he'd left that shot in, I think it would have flown better. But
yeah.
It's just me. That was funny. That was like the only funny thing ever.
Cinema Simpleton says you can convert from being Scottish. No, we were talking about something else. Yeah, tea jokes are okay.
Scotch.
Scotch? Yeah. I love Scotch. A good Scotch. Glenfiddich. Glenfiddich is my favorite type of Scotch.
I went to this con this weekend, well, sort of a con. And they had a whiskey tasting there, and I got to try so many new things, Scotch and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
It's.
Wasn't it a Mensa convention?
Yeah, it was the Mensa convention.
You are part of Mensa?
Yes.
Ooh.
I think, unbeknownst to if most people were like to ask who the smartest person on that guy with the glasses are, they'd probably be wrong because I think it's probably Lisa.
Wow. So that means that she's got an IQ, and I'm not going to ask your IQ, but that means she's got an IQ of what, over 135?
To be in Mensa, you have to have an IQ in the top 2% of the population, and most people rank that as above 135, though it varies depending on the test you take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Steve Martin had a little write-up of it in one of his books about how he was 133. And he went to one of their parties and he could tell instantly, the difference of just those two IQ, and how he tried to, but they saw it through it because they were 135s at least. So God,
it's kind of how I feel because it was like I think I don't know. I can't help but think that because whenever I test, I'm always in the 96th percentile, not the 98. And when I was in high school, it used to drive me crazy because I would always be like. Because I was 1 percentage point off from being a National Merit Scholar.
Wow.
Which sucked because I would have gotten so much scholarship money from NYU.
Well, now, Lisa, how does one Is it like the Shriners to be one, ask one? How do you get into
You
it?
just have to prove your IQ. You can either go take their official test, or if you have pre-existing IQ scores from a certified source, that counts. You can submit any old scores as long as they fall within their parameters.
Wow.
And then you get invited to join once you've proven it, and then you pay the membership fee, and you're in for the year. Or, you can become a lifetime member. But you have to pay the fees every year, and then you just go to all the parties and drink all the whiskey, and it's great.
Now, is it fun? Do you talk about, like Steve Martin said, how wonderful it is to have an IQ of 135 or over?
You sit around talking about how smart you are. I mean, you talk about things you're into. Like, everyone's a nerd, so we're all into, like, the cool nerdy stuff, so it's great.
Well, that's groovy. That's groovy. What does Scooter say about her IQ? It's over 135!
Hey, I still don't get that joke.
It's a Dragon Ball Z reference. You have to YouTube it.
Japan.
Oh, Japan.
I get it. I don't know. I feel like if it's an anime reference or a game reference, it just goes completely over my head.
It's an anime reference.
Club I'm not invited to.
Who is the one?
It's a certain one. Nerd cred motherfuckers.
I don't need it.
Yeah, you're on that guy with the glasses. What more nerd cred do you need?
Yeah.
My glasses were so thick when I was a kid that I was legally blind. I don't need any more proof of being a nerd.
Really? Oh, you've got
I got
beautiful
laser
eyes.
surgery.
You don't seem like you need any glasses. Do you wear
Not
contacts?
anymore. Got the lasers.
Oh, you got the laser. Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What's funny is I actually do need glasses. I just forget to wear them.
I wasn't
fun
sure if
when
they were
she's
just
driving.
Oh, yeah. I'm a really bad driver, too.
I wasn't sure if it was just because you only use them for reading or.
I mean, no. Like I kept losing them.
Yeah.
I really do. Like
It's hard to find your glasses when you're not wearing them and you can't see them.
Yeah. I just keep bumping into walls until I step on them, and then I can see. It's great.
Well, you could get the you could get the laser surgery. It's really great. I know a girl. Her name's Lisa. She's really great. She has great makeup. She got it done.
Yeah, I
Coke bottles gone.
It's kind of low on my priority list. Like first I want a house. Then I want the laser like hair surgery, so I don't have to wax anymore. Then I'll get the eye surgery.
Then you get the eye surgery. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Poppy.
What's that?
Someone said hi to us in the chat.
Oh. Sounds like there's a lawnmower going on.
Not
Lisa.
here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't have anything.
you sound like you're in like a nature place. It's weird.
Justin does.
Yeah, I've been looking for real estate for like months. I guess I'm just kind of pricing now because I can't really do anything about it.
Yeah,
Until
since
I
you're
get that.
moving. Where are you going to live?
I'm hoping for Brooklyn. Like I think not a day goes by when I don't like message Lisa and Nella like I found our house. And they're like, you shut up. I don't know if Noah's gonna move to LA. I'll be surprised if he does. But by the time he does, I'll be gone. I wish he'd take my house though, or my apartment. If anybody's looking for a place to live in LA, I need to get out of my lease.
There you go. Is it a decent price?
Yeah, it's great for the location. It's right in the middle of the city. It's mid-Wilshire area. 1 bedroom, $850 a month, which is cheap for LA. Like really cheap.
Oh my gosh! Does it come with a jar of Vaseline just every month? Oh my gosh! $850 for oof.
You should try New York City.
New York. That's impossible to find it.
Wow.
Like,
Come to Colorado. Come to Colorado. We'll hook you up. Nice place. Won't cost you too much. Really, it'll be
Like
great.
the last place I lived in Brooklyn was $17.50 a month for a 2-bedroom.
I had a studio for $19.96 a month.
Yeah, but that was in Manhattan, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the financial district.
Yeah, so that was like really in the middle. The place you live now is like what, 1,500 something?
Yeah, $15.15 for a 3-bedroom. So split.
Wow. 3-bedroom, but it's big.
Yeah,
it's big.
Wow, we had a townhome here, 3 guys, 3 stories, 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, 2 bath, and one was a huge bath. Huge living room, great area, $850 a month. So you $1,500 a month just for a tiny little place. Just wow.
Hey, it's $850. It's about let's see, how big is this? Maybe 400 or 500 square feet. It's small, but it's it's one person size. It's a good size for a person.
It would be less small if you cleaned it.
And yeah, well, I'm moving.
That's true.
It's like full of boxes now.
You live in such squalor.
$8? No, not $8.50 to cork. $850.
Yeah. The only real downside to this place is I have street parking, so I have to go find a place to park every single day.
Yep, and at 8 o'clock to change or else get a ticket.
Well, that's just when I park on the bad side. Like if I plan well, I don't have to worry about it. But since I was out late last night partying up the high life, going on down to the strip, snorting some coke.
Yeah, that sounds like
Diet Coke.
Because, that's how she rolls.
That's how I roll. I'm addicted to Coke. Diet Coke. But yeah, it's really expensive to live in LA. It's nowhere near as expensive as it is to live in New York, though. Because, like, the place, that's another reason why I want to buy a house. Is, like, because if I have to pay $2,000 a month, might as well be, like, buying it. Mortgage. So, hoping to spend less than $400.
Well, here's hoping. Do you think you'll be able to do it on a internet reviewer's dime, or
no?
Will you have to?
Well, I figure
get a secondary.
This would pay the mortgage, but I was planning on getting a secondary because I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. God, I'd kill myself if I thought I spent. How much have I spent at USC? Like I gotta make something. I gotta justify this degree. So yeah, I'll keep doing the reviews and I'll be doing other stuff in the meantime.
Rare Find It. Hey, how's it going? And yes, the new Cinema Snob video is awesome, and I'm very happy that I'm really happy that they that he did it for my birthday. So.
What was it?
Oh, well, actually, it was about last year. Snob and I were talking on our way back from Molossia in the car, and we happened to come up, about his reviewing porn. And I said, well, Jennifer, my wife, she is a big Alice in Wonderland fan. In fact, I proposed to her in an Alice in Wonderland thing. I had her go around town and our friends dressed up like characters from Alice in Wonderland. And at the end, she came to a tea party, and underneath one of the teacups was the ring. Mm-hmm. And we all dressed up.
That's amazing.
It took 2 months of planning.
Shit.
But so it was a big thing, and I said, have you heard about the porno? He's like, yes, I own it. So several months ago, I said, we got back on the topic. I think it was in Lord Cat's stream, and I happened to say, hey, be a really great birthday present. My 40th coming up soon. If you could review that movie. And he's like, well, let me see what I can do. And last night he sends me a message on Facebook. Let me get to the Facebook here. Let me get to the Facebook. It says, happy early birthday, sugar. And it gave the link. And
I can hear him saying that.
And it's and it's the link to him doing the Alice in Wonderland musical porno. It's a musical. Wow. Yeah. Wow, indeed. You go 20 minutes into the video before you actually get to any sex. It's pretty.
Like,
wait till you see it.
I want a musical porno.
What's a nice girl like you?
I know cinematography now.
Exactly. Well, and see, and that's something that I'm really happy about, being able to do this job that we do. Because, I'm not going to do this forever. Some guy even sent a smarmy little tweet several months ago. So what fast food joint are you guys going to work at when this runs dry? And I said, I don't know. I don't know. Could you, put in a good word with your manager?
No.
But you can do a lot of things with this kind of job. We can go to videography. We can go to Hollywood. We know what a good shot is. You can work on scripts for other things. You can, there's a lot of things you can do. You go into TV.
Yeah, I think also pretty much everything now is connection based, and I've noticed a lot of
Scalutta, you're awesome.
A lot of media is moving to the internet, so I'm sure. I think that when that guy with the glasses goes under, it'll be because we're sick of it, not because it failed.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's also sort of seems to be like rotating. Like people who've been there a while, we're sort of like, but then there's like the new people that are like, yay! And then in a couple of years they'll be like, but then there'll be new people that are like, yay!
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be fresh in that way, but it's still a pretty young company, and I don't think, I know Doug doesn't want to do this forever, and I don't think they can rely on him forever, and I think that's part of why they try to promote the new contributors as much as they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm glad that they do that.
I think SNL might be a good analogy, but we shall see. I have no idea where the future will take us, but yeah, Lisa and Nella and I were about to launch our own website. Kind of like you guys already have your own website. I've been with the site for almost 3 years. It's time for my own space.
Well, good. Oh, that'll be wonderful. And then you can really go into more positive reviews, written and on video as well.
Yeah, and we're gonna, we're about to invest in a bunch of new equipment, and so we'll look more professional and sound more professional, and it'll just kind of all come together once we're all on the same coast again. Yeah,
if you burn yourself out from doing this too long, now for me it's like I finally found something that I'm good at and that I can try and make a living off of. So for me, this is perfect, and I'll run with this as long as I'm able to, and if I keep on doing video game reviews, I do it. If I do movie reviews, I do it. If I change to something totally different, but I just love to entertain, and now I've found a way to do that.
I envy you and Lewis, because I was talking to Lewis the other day, and he's so happy with his job, and I'm not, because I think I absorb negativity a lot more than you guys do. It seems to just bounce, because I always like that about you. You're such a positive person. You're just nice and positive, and you see the good in people, and I tend to be this sponge for negativity. And
She doesn't know me very well, does she, chat?
What's that?
I said, she doesn't know me very well, does she, chat?
But it really stresses me out.
Mhm.
And
I can understand
and that has been like a really big problem with me keeping it up, because I'll get so discouraged and I'll fall into like these wells of despair for like days at a time. Like, and it's kind of like Lisa would have to put it on herself to make me get over it. So, what was that?
Yeah, so it would pull you back up out of the well.
Yeah. Yeah, and my wells get pretty deep sometimes.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
why do I do this? I hate